Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sean. I'm back again. I got another really cool, interesting video tutorial. As you can tell behind me, I am working on the Punisher from the Netflix series. She's looking pretty sick. Now, we only got a really small glance of this vest at the end of Daredevil Season 2, and that was it. But you guys know what the vest looks like, because it looks like this. Well, anyways, let's just jump right into it. Why don't we?
Here's Manny. He's already playing dress up as Punisher. I've already traced out and transferred the patterns over to some EVA foam that I got from TNT Cosplay Supply. Now I used some different thickness of foam. As for the top, I used I think 8mm, and then I worked my way down so that way when I glue everything together they'd be staggered. And then I went in there and burnt out all my detail lines to make it look like they're stitched together, but not really. Then I took it over to my belt sander and rounded off most of the edges. This will make the pieces look more rounded off when I glue them all together. I even rounded off the eye area so that way the eyes would stand out a little bit better when I go and paint it. And then I went in and attached all my pieces, starting from the top portion and then gluing it down to the bottom abdominal piece. Now notice that I am taking the top half of the chest piece, or whatever you want to call it, and then I'm gluing it right on top of the abdominal piece. This will give it that staggered look, that way it's not so flat. And here is a closer shot of me putting everything together. This is the other side of the chest piece. And right here you can see where I started off with the thicker foam on top, which is about 8mm, and then I worked down to the 6mm foam for the eye area, and then as for the abdominal piece, I think that was 6mm too, but it was staggered on top, so it gave it that really cool 3D dimensional effect. Now it's time to merge both pieces together, and so far everything is starting to come together really nicely. Now it's time to figure out how to strap this thing to my body. I went and got these little strappy thingies that go over your trap strap, and I wanted to make sure that it was adjustable because I'm not the only one that's going to be wearing it. Sometimes I'll make my cosplays adjustable, that way my Goat Squad buddies can wear it when we go out to conventions, and sometimes we travel in numbers, that way people will notice us and fear us. So I applied some hook velcros to this piece and that piece, that way these will connect to the back piece of the armor. Now I originally wasn't going to make these pieces and I was just going to have it all fabric, but it just made more sense to add a little bit more foam there, and it actually looked better. Then I added some hook velcro to this little tabby piece and added some more details to it. Now here is the fabric that I'm going to use that's going to wrap around the rib area. I like using the sport style material that I got from Walmart. They're actually called outdoor sport material, but it's kind of like polyester-ish thingy, and it's fairly easy to sew. Even though these material doesn't fray like regular fabric, I still like hemming up the edges. It gives it a much prettier look. And then I took some elastic and I sewed it just like that, every 1.25 inches, so that way I can stick some more accents in there, but you'll see here eventually. I like using a couple coat of barge contact cement. This will make sure it holds really nice and on there, and then I carefully lined it up from the inside, making sure everything is lined up nice and neatly, and it should look this awesome on the other side. And then you want to repeat the process over again. Notice how I did the stitching for the elastic from the inside, so it looks something like this. Then I took some 8mm scrap foam and I cut a bunch of these round, circle, square-ish, rectangular thingies. I don't know, I roughly cut them, but doesn't matter, it's supposed to look rough anyways. And so far it's starting to look pretty groovy. I don't know, what do you think? Hit that like button if you like where I'm going with this. And now it's time to add a few more straps to this. I went and cut some 2mm craft foam, and then I'm just gonna glue it on top of the abdominal area, just like that, in an angle. And then I'm gonna kind of stretch the foam, and it's gonna reach around the other towards the back, I guess. Now that the front is pretty much done, let's move along to the back. I kept it kind of basic, and I used 5mm craft foam because I wanted it really thin, because I'm gonna wear a trench jacket right over this, just like how Punisher does in the Netflix series. And if you haven't watched Daredevil season 2, you're missing out, and I highly recommend you go watch that right now, well, after this video. I added some loop velcro to the top strap, and then sewn on some loop velcro to the elastic, and then I hot glued it down from the inside, kind of like this. That way I can wear it around my body nice and comfortable. And so far this is what it's looking like before the paint job. Now your top strap should look something like this. I made it adjustable so larger guys can wear it. Now that I got all my strapping done and everything is pretty much finished, it's time to give it some heat treatment. It should give it this luster-ish looking texture, I guess. And I'm using Plasti Dip. Normally I would hit it with some Mod Podge, but I wanted that really nice matte finish to it, so I just went straight to using Plasti Dip. Now I used a couple of coats and I laid it on fairly thick. It looks glossy now. It looks kind of like Darth Vader. That would be kind of cool. Darth Vader Punisher. But we're not going that route this time. Once it all dries up, it's gonna give it this really nice matte finish to it, and I really like it. It's almost a shame that I have to go in there and paint the skull, but it wouldn't be Punisher if I didn't do the skull. Now, as far as painting goes, I went and just painted whatever. I didn't try to make it perfect and all. I mean, it wasn't perfect on the TV show. Yeah, he just roughly painted it on there. Now, we only got a very small glimpse of it on the Netflix series, but a bunch of reference picture online helped me out a lot. So I laid down some paint, and then I would go back every so often and smear it around with my finger, because obviously he didn't use paintbrush to paint on his skull. He actually used spray paint. But try getting this detail with a spray paint can. I don't think that's possible, except for he did it. But we're trying to replicate him, not, well, you know what I mean. Now, while you guys are watching me paint this skull on my badass Punisher suit, some of you guys are offended whenever I say it's just cosplay, bro. And yeah, there's so many different skill levels of cosplay. There's some professionals out there that make everything look perfect and immaculate, and I give them much props for that. But some of us like to do it for fun, and it should be stress-free and should be enjoyable. And then you got those critics out there that's gonna be criticizing behind the computer and stuff. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you know. But anyways, cosplay should be fun. It should be for everyone, and do it however you want to do it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it this way or that way. I've had people tell me, Sean, you're too short, you're too fat, you're too Asian to be Batman. Well, you know what? It's just cosplay, bro. Take it easy. Well, alrighty now, let's get back to this awesome cosplay we're building. So far, so groovy, and I'm digging what I'm cooking. I hope you're digging it too. This is probably one of the most screen accurate cosplay I've ever made, I think. Now, I didn't really paint the back just yet because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish it off, although I am going to be wearing a jacket over it. But yeah, so far, this is how it looks like while I'm wearing it. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think?
Hi guys, I hope you guys dig the video. Hope you guys learned something. Yeah. And if you guys are really into this kind of stuff, I mean, if you're into this kind of stuff, then the templates will be available. Check the link in the description down below. And yeah, I even have the templates for Punisher version T800, which is a unique version, my own rendition of the Punisher. So some of you guys are out there saying that doesn't even look like the Punisher. Well, it's just cosplay, bro. And I do it my way. And that's how you should do cosplay. However way you want it. Whether it be like the original or however you want it. This is just cosplay, bro. I still got a few minor tweaks on Batgirl, so be on the lookout for that, because I'm gonna finish her up real quick. I know I said I was gonna drop a video, but I was like, yeah, I had some stuff that I need to fix on her. But anyways, I guess that's it for this video. You guys make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave some comments in the comment section below because I do read them all. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on my Instagram, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed because I got a bunch of cool videos coming up. I've got a lot of people ask me how do I scale these templates down to fit a child. A child is pretty small. I know they're usually smaller than me. I'm gonna make an Iron Man suit and I'm gonna make it fit a junior size, which would be kind of interesting, and you guys are gonna wanna be around for that. And if you're wondering which Iron Man I'm gonna be working on next, it's gonna be Mark 47 from Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, that'd be kind of sick, wouldn't it? Make sure you guys stick around for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see ya.